My name is Jaxon Cota, and I'm 11 years old. I love baseball. Being on the baseball diamond makes me happiest. Baseball is just one of my passions. There is just naturally a lot of thinking that's involved with it, statistics, and where you have to be on each play and things like that. Well, I took a test to get into our school's gifted and talented program, and Mensa somehow found out about it, and we sent in some applications, and I was accepted into Mensa based on those test scores. When I was really little, I could read really long numbers, 15, 18 digits, into the quadrillions and quintillions.
I would say that we probably knew something was different about Jaxon before he was 2. He said 350. And I'm like, how do you know that? And I got a napkin and a pen, and I put a 1 in front of it. And he said 1,350. And then I put a number in front of that. He's like 21,350. And he just kept going until my napkin was filled with probably up to 15 digits.
And we had never taught him.
Well, who would teach a 2-year-old that?
Right. You know, there's a rhythm to numbers, and just something about that is very, in a weird way, very simple for him.
A lot of times, I'm able to do what I do pretty naturally. This is a long one. Usually I try to do it without usually a calculator if I can. I was doing these really advanced things like algebra, geometry, and things like that. Numbers can be found everywhere. You can find them maybe at a supermarket. You can find them in construction, the lengths of maybe walls that you have to put up. You can really just find math everywhere.
Early on, he was just so hyper-focused on whatever it was in front of him, and he would rather sort shapes by their attributes than run around with trucks or things like that.
This is a blueprint of what my Rube Goldberg machine will be like. There is rarely an occasion where I'll make a Rube Goldberg machine that works on the first try, but if I plan everything out well and I test it out enough, sometimes if I get lucky and it'll work on the first try. Big thing with this is basically, a lot of times you just have to try and try again. Basically, it's all about trial and error. It's fascinating for me to see how all the parts work together to complete a task. All right, attempt number 5 in 3, 2, 1. All right, good. All righty. Come on. Did that go in? Yes.
He's gifted in other areas and has heightened senses in other areas that have compensated and made up for this deficit, that so much so that you don't even know that he has it.
Come on. Rocks, come on down. One of my coping skills is I look at the person's mouth that's talking to me, and I can read their lips, so that a lot of times lets me know what they're saying.
When he's 4 and 5, you start thinking about, you know, preschool and kindergarten and those things, and everyone's like, well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna put him in like 5th grade? And we're like, no, that didn't ever seem like something we would have done. Right. And not to mention, Matt said, well, okay, he knows his multiplication facts, he's 4 years old, he can read, he can do all these things, but he can't tie his shoes.
We want him to be able to have an impact on people. In order to do that, we believe that he needs to be able to interact with people and socialize with people. And we don't feel that you learn how to do that if you're not with your peers.
I like a comment Jaxon made one time after an academic competition. He said, you know, this doesn't define who I am. I'm more than just, you know, able to solve math problems or equations.
Right.
Higher than, he's more than that.
Graduating college at age 11 is not something that I'd want to do, because I wouldn't be able to do the things I love, like play baseball or hang out with my friends and just be a kid.
Hey NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.